Hey everyone, this is Maria Eslin from the policy team at Illinois Action for Children. I'm here with my colleagues from the Ounce Prevention Fund.
Hey everyone, this is Jonathan Dasser from the Illinois policy team here at the Ounce.
And this is Ali Lofotis, also from the Illinois policy team at the Ounce.
In this webinar, we discuss Illinois' new early childhood expulsion law. We're going to give you some spoilers here, but be sure to check out the full webinar recording for more helpful information. So what is the expulsion law? In short, Public Act 100-105 prohibits licensed child care providers and early childhood programs with funding from the Illinois State Board of Education from expelling children birth to 5 due to child behavior.
The goal is to make sure that removing a child for behavioral issues is the last resort. Providers should work to keep the child in their program by engaging the family and attempting to access available resources, documenting the steps they take along the way. If the provider has done everything they can, but ultimately the setting is not the most appropriate for the child, the provider should engage the family in what is called a planned transition. This webinar walks through the whole process in more detail, giving providers a better idea of what steps they can take to support children and, when necessary, support families through planned transitions.
We also answer some questions we get asked a lot, like what to do if a child's behavior creates serious safety concerns. In the case of an immediate safety concern, the child may be temporarily removed from the group setting. This should also trigger the process Jonathan just outlined.
Another question we hear a lot is what resources are available to support providers in addressing challenging behaviors and what services exist to help children and families. With this legislation, we have a great opportunity to increase providers' awareness and utilization of available resources. This webinar has lots of information on resources like infant and early childhood mental health consultation, trainings on issues like trauma and reflective practice, as well as best practices related to developmental screenings, family engagement, documentation, and more.
So what's next for the expulsion law? The state agencies like DCFS, ISB, OECD, and IDHS will draft proposed rules which will outline specifics for implementation and monitoring of this policy. In the webinar, we walk through the rulemaking process and talk about how you can participate as well.
Want more information? Check out the full webinar recording and make sure to follow the Ounce Prevention Fund and Illinois Action for Children to stay up to date on the rollout of this policy and other early childhood issues in Illinois.